sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of a gilded gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like a mouldering fruit. Ew. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up, her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks one word. Watcha! You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. Remember the woman. Remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead.
I'm here. At
Buddy,
once.
we got to leave. I got a tree I gotta go visit. Stealth skill is for rangers and rogues. Believe in at night, forget the bodies. All because of rabbit has my place. While I go, well, this is possible. Hey friend, welcome to our lovely village. Yeah, let's go check it out. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it. You feel somehow you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. Take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective as you exhale. Feel yourself spreading outwards towards that woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with a new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind. A ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman, and when you open them again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded in milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel. From a tree that stands planted in a misty void, the woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear, or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I, wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you, though?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened? She laughs a rasping, choked cackle, escaping Adrine's rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now, such a question, as though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance, a humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord, she is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animator?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us, the best, inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
With the label, and I'm wondering if the children just choose to die.
Of course, dear.
I think I survived a beer wave. Do you know why that would be? I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
Yep.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
It's a watcher.
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder.
What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
Oh, she smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kanua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be as well?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Call them. Those days are all behind me now.
This is his philosopher part coming in. Guairo. You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes, entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
She clicks her tongue. Oh, farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Cladra closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the news, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision for some unknown place of waiting. Guairo has granted Christmas the same. Elov looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Oh, this happens a lot, you'll get used to it. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a watcher, he says, casually. His eyebrows recede in his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin, and I expect this is something to do with the hooded figures in the room. Ruins. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything of watchers? Only that they're rare, and they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you just demonstrated. Let's continue.
I'm here. 17 and a half.
Excuse me? The smell of pipe smoke at once earthy and sweet winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origins. Where... Find a broad man with straw-coloured hair leaning against a mossy rock wall. His pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smile.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
I think you... what are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Oh, last I counted, anyway.
No, frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf? He looks at you a moment. His brow arched. His smoke.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Ooh, impossible. I don't drool half as much. I've been so bad sorts lately. Of course. We all got our bad days when we're standing perfectly still and stare at corpses for a while without blinking. He winks. You wouldn't happen to know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend.
Let's
not use that word round here. There'd be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
None taken. Good. They don't mean it personal when they hang folks here. I have to remind myself.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. The fellow decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas. Overthrows Redicans. How do you say that word? Marches on Deerwood. So we give him a Deerwood Indian hello. What's a Deerwood Indian hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but a smile of wonder recounting a joke, for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption. Formally, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. Why was your headman then? Got involved. Radric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kolsk, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headsman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs, shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Radric, then for protecting me. What's the town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale.
Aethys.
That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea.
Over there? Interesting.
Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Radric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Look, Francis at you, and he lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsk? Someone who's got tired of all hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to being hanged, what are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. There's a whole lot of places out there that don't think Wademan's legacy started with Wademan. Well, if you're on your way out, we could travel together. Where you at? Some place called Cadnula. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me. Probably gonna do some jobs for that, make some money scratched.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Puts his head forward and gives you a pointed look. Let's get going, though.
I'm here.
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands. It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
This is outrageous. I came a long way. You should have no problem continuing on. Trust me when I say it. It would be best if you were not here when Lord Radric's men are dispatched from his hold. They will be looking for anyone who might have brought the legacy upon us, whose very presence might have polluted his wife's womb. They will extinguish all possibilities. Goodbye. Well. Maybe I should go to the blacksmith first. Get some weaponry. No. Red Wolf. Alright, that's interesting. Thanks, Iggy. I mean, fuck you. Oh man, druids have a wide variety of area effect offensive. They also have the ability to transform into animalistic spirit forms. That's awesome! Wish I was a druid. No. What? I think a druid would probably be real handy. Time to explore. Oh, that's a wolf. Kill the wolf! Kill them all. Kill them all. Oh, wait. I can use my magical spell. Yeah, Eat wolves. Yes. Take that.
At once.
Wolf. Nice. Is there anything else over here?
Look there.
Okay, question is, who's got the best mechanics? I have 2 mechanics. He has 2 mechanics. Dia has 0. Well, I think I am the strongest. Ooh, Cape of Reflection. That's pretty nice. These aged walls appear to have only have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains. And the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Examine the wall more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing. But the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Scale the wall. The crumbling wall is of considerable height. Even now, its uneven surface promises a difficult climb. Who will scale it? I'll climb. You find a handhold on one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up. But the uneven bricks and odd angle of ascent make the climb difficult. And after a short distance, your arms begin to burn too fiercely. You are forced to drop back to the ground.
I'm here.
Okay. So I can get up there. Alright. Where's this cave? It's from Tinfirth. Oh yeah. I think this is the cook. Yeah. Not that I accepted the mission. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs! Make sure our new cook doesn't run off. Oh, please, Mug! One of the bandits gives turns to kick as they pass him as he hovers. We want to. Well, actually, let's just use spells. Magic missile! And then you get him.
Yes?
Yes? Check that. Get him! Nice. We don't seem to be doing this. Alright. Come on, word. Crucible of the soul. Watch that unravels the vital essence of the soul. Gaining endurance in the process. Neat. Second win.
Yes? Stand up!
Oh, he went green for kill him. Why are we doing this all the time? Maybe he's strong enough to pierce him. Okay. Oh, never mind. We won as soon as I was going to cast the spell.
I'm here.
Woo! Looty time. Svev. Oh man. Cool. Looty time. Nice. Oh, we found a hood. Oh, we found a cave. We didn't have part of the stuff. That was sweet.
Absolutely.
Hi, dwarf.
Hail and well met.
By the flame! Thank you! I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they got bored with me, I suppose. Thank you. Did Pasca send you? She must be beside herself. I must get back at once. But listen, the next time you're in Gilded Vale, make sure to drop by the Black Hound. I'll let her know what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. Okay, bye. The tent is empty, but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. Oh, now we're gonna kill some fruit. Well, I'm gonna end here, but I have the perfect way to end. I'm gonna have a drink.
I'm here.
Drink some milk. Ah, delicious. And yeah, that's how I end the episode. I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah. Subscribe, like, comment, all that cool jazz. It just generally helps out. Plus, I get to interact with my cool community when I create a community. So, yeah. Thank you again, and enjoy your day. Bye!